is up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Skate and Preserve. So as always, I want to thank everybody for tuning in, everybody that's been liking the videos, commenting, everybody that's been following me over on Instagram, subscribing to the channel. I appreciate each and every single one of y'all, and if you're not already, go ahead, subscribe to the channel. Follow me over on Instagram at Skate and Preserve. I thoroughly appreciate each and every single one of y'all. So the topic of this video is, I guess it's not really a topic, we're just going to be going through a portion of my collection. I've been wanting to go through and kind of show my whole collection. I do have a fair sized collection, so I can't really do it in one video. I'm gonna break this down into probably two parts, in this video being that I am gonna kind of touch on like poly bags and proper storage and all that stuff. I will probably only do like a third of my collection for this video, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Some people have requested it, and here we are. So I'm gonna go ahead, film this first part, and then hopefully I'll have the next part out here shortly. But yeah, so in my last video I touched on the dangers of shrink wrap. I showed y'all that board that I bought that was damaged because of the shrink wrapping, and I suggested poly bags. Poly bags are a good viable source for collectors to use to store their boards so that they don't get damaged, really. And I have recently bought a giant box of poly bags, and I'm just going to kind of show y'all these. I'm going to kind of talk about the poly bags that I chose to pick up and the different benefits to look at when using poly bags. I had somebody comment recently asking a little bit of information on that, so I figured I'd throw this little nugget of knowledge in there. So these are, I bought two separate oh tight, got a sticker in there. Hell yeah, shout out whoever I bought these from on eBay for the free sticker. You know me, I love my stickers. So I bought some, I believe these ones are the 12-inch wide ones. Yeah, these ones gotta be the 12-inch wide ones. I think I bought like 10 of them. And then I bought like 100 of the 10-inch wide ones. Just because most of my boards that are in my collection are between 8 and 9 or so inches, generally around there. And I bought mostly the 10-inch bags because they they'll fit my board, they'll give some wiggle room, and I won't have to worry about having a too tight of a fit for my board in there. But yeah, man, so I'm pretty stoked on these. I'm not gonna bust those open yet, but I am gonna talk a little bit on the poly bags. I actually have a board in this poly bag right here. So this is one of the 10-inch poly bags. This is what they are gonna look like. They're reminiscent to the material that you will find on like a mattress at like a furniture store or whatever to keep it protected. And these ones I believe are 4mm thick, and I think they're 36 inches long by 10 inches wide. So I opted for the 4mm thickness because, the thicker that your poly bag is, the more damage it's going to prevent, the more protection it's going to offer. As you know, being a skateboarder, shrink wrap that comes on your board really doesn't protect from shit. It tears up, it damages really bad. So yeah, and that's just when you're storing it. If you have them improperly stored, the shrink wrap can actually adhere to the board, it can adhere to the graphic, and then you're screwed. You can't pull it off, or else you will damage the graphic. And sometimes just when storing boards like that, they're gonna get damaged, they're gonna be pressed up against each other depending on how you store your boards, and it'll cause a lot of unwanted damage. So poly bags are the way to go if you are trying to preserve your board, you're trying to preserve your collection. Now, I know a lot of people like to buy boards that are in new stock condition with the shrink wrap still on them, but really, as long as a board isn't, shrink wrapping doesn't really matter, other than the fact that it's like in new condition, how you would buy it from a shop. But I've kind of strayed away from that. I've kind of just, like, if I'm buying off eBay or buying off a seller from Instagram or something like that, I'll just make sure to check, make sure there's no storage marks and stuff like that. And generally, if you're buying from another collector, they already know what's up. They're going to be storing their boards properly. You don't have to worry about that. That board that I bought that was damaged was from an eBay seller, so kind of took a little L there, but you know, it is what it is. And I also had a individual that was wondering about the poly bags. You know, he was like, well, I want to take the shrink wrap off my boards. I want to use poly bags, but I want to keep all the little stickers and the little inserts that sometimes come in the shrink wrap. So you know me, I like my solutions. I've got a solution for that. So when you have boards that come with stickers and you want to keep those in your shrink wrap, you can use these little guys right here. So these are, I'm not sure the brand on these. I actually snagged one of these from my work. These are what we use for the cookies that we make in-house, and we put these in there, we put the labels on them, and we sell them like this. So this is a, I don't think it's cellophane. I think this is also a poly bag, just a very thin form of poly bag. And it also has a self-adhering little sticker right here, if I can get it off. So you pull that strip right there, and then it's got some adhering tape on it. So what you can do with that, bada bing bada boom, got one of those Skate and Preserve stickers, toss that puppy right in there, boom, now you got it in one finite place. And you can choose, if you're not going to be using this sticker, you just want to preserve it, you can always peel that little back off right there, fold that puppy on over, and boom, you got it in a bag, not going anywhere, it's not going to slip out. And all you got to do, I mean, you can either choose to slap it to the back of your board with a piece of tape, which I wouldn't do, just, I mean, I don't really think it would damage it, but I'm not going to do that. So what you can do, just pop it, boom, right in your bag with your board. You got everything that came with that board in its original kind of packaging, but just in a poly bag. So I'm a little OCD with stuff like that, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to look at buying some of these bags. I actually did look them up online. You can just look up, I think I looked up food storage bag, self-adhesive or something like that, and you can get like a huge box of those things without, I mean, it doesn't cost anything, you know, I mean, it costs like pennies for a few of them, you know. Another thing you can do if you have these large stickers like this, throw them in a Ziploc. Now Ziplocs are, I think these are poly bags. They feel the same as this poly bag, just a little thinner. Slap that thing in a Ziploc. Got it right there. Toss that in your poly bag with your board. You got everything right where you need it. So that's probably what I'm gonna do. I actually just recently got a storage unit so that I can store my boards, my shoes, all that stuff, and not have them just cramped in around me in my living space. So I'm planning on the boards I'm moving to storage that aren't going to be hanging on my walls. I'm going to be unwrapping them, throwing them in these poly bags, storing them in the boxes. And the poly bags, again, that thickness of the 4mm will, when all the boards are stacked one on top of the other, it will make it to where I don't have to worry about risking any damage to my boards. Another thing I would suggest, if you are going to be storing your boards either stacked one on top of the other, or if you've got them in boxes stacked together, which I would probably say do boxes, because you can store like 6 in a box, right on the side of a box what boards you got in there, so you're not, oh hey, I'm looking for this board, and then you're rummaging through your whole collection, yanking them out, it's rubbing up against one another. You just, I mean, it's just, you don't want to risk that, you know, because that's how storage marks happen, that's how damage happens. So my suggestion would be to store them in these big board boxes like this right here. You can buy those online through Uline, and they're pretty cheap. I think they're like $1 a piece, but you got to buy like 25 of them. So you might be able to find them somewhere else for a little cheaper. And I've got, like, on those boxes, I've got labeled what boards I have in there, so that I know when I do a video like this, for instance, I can just look at the side of my box and be like, okay, that's the box I need. Pull that box out with those boards, and then I'm out rummaging through every single one of my boards, banging them against each other, you know. So that is just my little spiel on poly bag storage, all that stuff. If y'all got any more questions regarding that, or my techniques, or whatever, drop them down in the comment, hit me over on Instagram, shoot me a message, and I would be happy to let you know what I think would be the solution to your problem. I don't have solutions to every problem, I'm sorry. But yeah, let me know if y'all want to hear any more about that. If not, I'm just going to shut up and we're going to go through my collection. So, some of these boards that I'm going to be showing y'all, I believe we've seen in the past. I think I've unboxed some of these, but I tried to pull some of the boxes out that have boards that either I had before I started really unboxing them, or I just have gotten and just forgotten to do an unboxing on. So some of these we've seen before, some of these we have not. So yeah, we're just gonna dive right into it. So the first board I'm gonna show I actually got yesterday. It showed up to my house yesterday, and I mean, I'm stoked on the graphic. I'm stoked on this board. This is a, try to get that glare off there. So this is a Flosser Skates board, and I think this one is called the Fly Trap, I think. Got a tarantula there, got a little anime chick in the spider web, kind of reminiscent of like hookups. So you know, I didn't get any tracking information for this. It was it just showed up to my house. It's from a smaller known company. I think he only has like, I don't know, maybe like 1,200 followers, 1,300 followers on Instagram. I can't remember how I came across this board, but I think I paid like 20 bucks for it. He was doing a Black Friday sale. I paid 20 bucks for it, and you know, I thought it was a good deal. Waited to get it, and so this showed up to my house. And generally, you know, if you order boards online, they come in a box. So that was not the case with this one. This came exactly like this. He slapped the shipping labels on the back of the board and sent it through the mail like this. Honestly, I'm surprised it is not damaged, scratched, broken, waterlogged. I'm surprised it didn't get stolen off my porch, to be honest with you, because I mean, it was just a board sitting there. So yeah, I was pretty shocked by that. I didn't know that you could even do that, but apparently one of my followers on Instagram, who is a mail carrier, said, yeah, I mean, as long as it's not explosive or flammable or a danger, they'll accept. If you slap a shipping label on it, they will accept and send it like this. So add that to the list of first. Just want to let y'all know, if you order something from this company, they might send it to you like this. I did get in touch with the guy that was selling it, and you know, just let him know, like, hey bro, maybe you might want to hit up Uline, get some of those boxes. And you know, he was pretty chill about it, so I'm not trying to be a dick to him about it, you know. But I just thought that was crazy. I've never had that happen in the 18-19 years that I've been skateboarding. I've never seen anything like that, so it was just kind of funny. But yeah, alright, we're gonna go ahead and get into it. So we got some cool boards in here. So these are some of the Madness poly bags. I wish Madness still shipped their boards out in poly bags like this. Like, they didn't shrink wrap them, they just had them in these poly bags, but I don't think they're doing that anymore. So alright, this first board I cannot pull out and show y'all. So I do have this board on my Instagram. It is a shaped board. It is a Death Wish board. I'm not going to show this because it's a pretty graphic illustration on the bottom of this, but it is the Eric Ellington Zombie Girl Randy Colvin tribute deck. So if you know what board that is, go Google that thing if you don't know what board that is. Alright, so this one right here, got the E-Man Grizzle, Emmanuel Guzman. I'm trying to get that glare off of there. So this is the Dining with the Dead 15-year anniversary Power Ply deck. This is made by Santa Cruz. It's got a pretty sick, I don't know how well you can see this, got a pretty sick embossed Santa Cruz logo right there. And we'll just show you the graphic real quick. So this was, I think, his second pro model, if I'm not mistaken, second or third, and it is his 15-year anniversary of being pro, so they re-released this board. Super stoked I got this one. Love that board. That one's going on the wall for sure. This one right here is the Death Wish Bombing Trains graphic. I think I got this one either this year or this past year. I haven't had it too long in my collection, but this one's super sick. Love graffiti, love Death Wish, so I figured I'd pick that one up. I love this board. This is one of my favorite graphics that I have in the collection. This one is the FA fucking awesome Face Reality deck. It's pretty sick. Got a lot going on in the graphic there. Got a real close up, real fucking punk rock Chinese dude right there. Asian dude, I don't want to call him Chinese. I don't know his, what his race really is. Asian for sure. What do we got here? Oh, this one's sick. Oh, man, see, that's the thing. I forget about these boards that I have, the ones I don't have on my wall, because I don't really go digging through my boards that often. But this is a Cartoon 03 Spencer Barton collaboration. If you watch Spencer Barton on YouTube, you have probably seen this graphic. He's a pretty sick dude. He actually is from Brevard, North Carolina, which is very, very close to where I stay. It's only a couple hours away. And I've been watching his channel for a long time, so I was really stoked to get that board right there. And then this one, damn, I forgot I had this one too. This is Puya, the rapper Puya. He released several graphics like several months back, and I think I just grabbed this one. So it says Puya right there, alive but not living. This is just kind of a random one I decided to pick up. Nothing too crazy special about it. Puya is a pretty sick skateboarder actually too. I didn't know that until I started following him on Instagram, but he is a really sick skateboarder, man. You can tell he was been skating for a while. But yeah, I'll stow these back in the poly bag. I don't want to risk any damage to my boards when I got all these puppies out. We'll move on to the next box. Now I am just trying to kind of quickly go through some of these. I do have some that I will stop and kind of speak on a little bit more, but I've got so many boards I don't really want to you know, take 2 or 3 minutes talking on every single board, or else this is going to be a ridiculously long video. Right, so these ones I'm super stoked on. We got Strange Love. So this is the Punk Ghoul graphic that released over Halloween. I was super stoked on this. I was not able to grab it from the Strange Love website when it first dropped, but luckily Premier Skate had them release. I made sure to grab this one, and I also made sure to grab the coinciding one. This is the She Ghoul graphic, and they came out with 2 different colorways to these. They came out with the yellow and purple, which I got, and then I think they had an orange one of the She Ghoul and then a black one of the Punk Ghoul. So those ones are super sick. They came out really fucking awesome. I love Strange Love, love Sean Cliver. He's super sick. So this one we went over in the Foss video. This is the Grandma Skateboards Walker Muertos deck. This is a collaboration between Foss and Grandma Skateboards, and they it's like an ode to an old Baker series that Foss did with all the Dia de los Muertos graphics. And this is the other one, the Knitting Muertos board. Both of these were limited to 35 printed, and I'm super stoked on it. I don't know if you can see that right there, but it gives the date when it was pressed, and then it says, has my name on there and the date that it was actually screened. So I really appreciate that. Now Grandma Skateboards has like, I think like 1,800 followers on Instagram now, and they went to the extreme. Like, they got laser etched toppings, they did laser personalization. So it just goes to show that the difference between this company and that flosser board that I showed you that just literally came shipped to my house as a board, it just goes to show, like, you don't have to have a huge company, you don't have to have a ton of fucking followers on Instagram to have a good, dope company, you know? I mean, they went to the extreme, getting Foss to do their artwork, getting laser engraving done and stuff like that, man, and shipping out. Like, it's, I don't know, it just kind of baffles me that that individual did that, but hey, it is what it is, you know? Alright, this one's pretty dope. I actually picked this one up recently. This is the Shuriken Shannon Aphrodite deck. This was actually Shuriken Shannon's last pro model on Santa Cruz, and this was part of a series. I don't know the rest of the boards that were in there, but this was part of a series that they did. And I actually got this from a seller on Instagram. He was super cool, hooked it up super fat, man. Held on to it for me till I could grab it from him. So really appreciate that, man. That one's dope. I really like that board. And this one is a very recent pickup. This is the Elliott Sloan Birdhouse Owl deck. If you don't know who Elliott Sloan is, you should go check him out. He'd be doing all that crazy mega ramp stuff. I think he just did a Battle Scars for the Barracks recently. So go check that out if you haven't seen Elliott Sloan. He's super dope, kills it, man. I think he was actually on Braille not too long ago. They did an episode with him as one of the guests. Super sick, super sick. Alright. Alright. So we got 2 down, 2 more to go. So let's see what we got in that one. What we got in this one. So I'm gonna pop this one open first. So there is several boards in this box that I've already kind of gone over, but there are a couple in here that I haven't. So yeah, we're gonna get on that. So that is the Jeremy Klein Ray board. I'm not really going to show that whole thing, but if you want to see more, go check it out on the website. That is the JK Industries Ray deck. What do we got here? Oh yeah, got the super sick Jamie Foy Death Wish New Balance numeric collaboration. Went over that in one of my last videos, so won't go too in depth on that. This one. Oh yeah, Theories. Really stoked on this. This is the Theories of the Beyond deck. Super sick graphics, super sci-fi, man. I love this thing. Super sick graphic. I love this. This one's going on the wall for show. For show. Alright, what else we got in here? Ooh, this one. Yeah, this one's going on the wall too. This is Madness board. If you watch my other videos, you know I love Madness. But this is the Rune Glifberg Destroyer guest model on here. And that pearlescent inlay where it says Glifberg is so sick, man. I love that. And then it's got like the Nordic kind of ship on the front. I don't know what that's called. The things they have on the front of the ship to look all crazy. It's got the textured graphic like Madness does. It is a Resin 7 board, so super stoked on that. That one's going on the wall for sure. I already got a Madness board on the wall. I'll probably put this one next to it just because they're so sick, man. I love Madness. If you haven't skated a Madness board yet, go ahead, check them out. Grab one of those. Oh, damn, I forgot I had this one too. Hell yeah. So this is the Chris Russell Templar BX board. It is super crazy looking board, man. I love Creatures graphics. NHS in general makes really dope boards, dope graphics. This one does have the VX technology in it. I'm not really sure. I think the VX technology is like, I think it's supposed to be like fiberglass or carbon fiber or something like that. And it really keeps your board pretty strong. I think it's like I think it's got 5 plies of wood and then like 2 plies of fiberglass in there, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, I could be. If somebody knows the correct answer to that, let me know. But that's super sick. That's a crazy looking board, man. That one's gonna go on the wall for show. Oh yeah, and then we got the Fat Boy. I've kind of touched on this one in the past too. This is the Mike V Possessed to Skate Suicidal Skates. Oh damn, I got that thing upside down. Mike V Possessed to Skate, and this is the Barnyard shape. Super crazy looking shape, super crazy size, man. I wish I had grabbed 2 of these because I feel like this would have been crazy to skate, but alas I did not, so that one's going on the wall. Alright, what we got next? Barrier Cult. Unboxed this one in another video as well. This is the Skull Skates Barrier Cult Horde. The Horde 2? Horde 1? Horde 1. That one's just super cool. Love Barrier Cult. All those guys are crazy. In a good way, though. In a good way. Not trying to hate on nobody, you know? And then I got the other barrier Colt. Can't remember the name of this model, but this one is super sick. That's like one of their like main kind of crazy logos right there. Picked those ones up recently too through SoCal. Shout out to SoCal. They did a killer job packaging those boards. I got the Mike V and the two barrier Colt boards together, and bro, they shipped that like so nice. Like they had them like bubble wrap. They had like wrapping in between each board, and then had them all like secured together with saran wrap so they didn't shake around, man. Like they know what's up. They know what's up. And then this one, just really love this graphic. Freedom, Jeff Raleigh. This was from his first drop of boards. Really love this one. The actual stain on it, it looks bleached, like it was more of a solid black, but this one's kind of almost like reminiscent of like a brindle type stain. So I don't know if this was just one that that just kind of got bleached or didn't get enough on it, but I think it looks sick. I love that. All right, so we are on to our last box. I'm running out of places to safely stick this shit. All right. And last but not least, oh, there's a lot of boards in this one. Set on the bed. Alright, so we got the Scram Skates, Scram Hane board. Got the little Danzig dog logo up top there. And you got the little remade Crimson Ghost right there. This is a super sick board. Never skated one of these boards, but I'd really like to. They make some crazy shapes. They got some cool graphics, so I may have to check them out before too long. Oh yeah, so this one. Alright, this is one I'm actually probably going to take a minute to talk about. Because, I mean, it's super dope, man. Like, so this is why I love supporting kind of a little smaller, I mean, lesser known companies. I think they've got a pretty good following in the UK, Europe, and everything. But this is a Love and Skate board. Boom. So this one's super crazy. This is a Alex Halford board. This one is called Leyline Lore. I'm trying to make sure you can see that pretty good. So I got this for kind of a discount. I'd actually wanted to purchase this board back before I really started collecting. It's kind of an older board, a couple years old, and looked online for it, couldn't really find it. I found this one, but it was misprinted. And then I looked on another website in the UK, like a skate shop that would actually deliver to the US. And I tried to order it, and then they emailed me a couple days later and were like, yo, man, we messed up our inventory. The board that we have is actually Alex Halford's personal board. When this pro model came out, all the dudes on Love and Skate signed it. And that's what they had in their inventory on accident. So they wound up refunding me the money. And so I hit up the dudes over at Love and Skate through their Instagram and was like, yo, how bad is the misprint? And it's really not bad. It's just not like as dark or tight in some of these positions that it should be. But I mean, it's still really sick. You know, I mean, it's a sick board. I love these whole kind of conspiracy theories type stuff with the whole Stonehenge and stuff like that. The artist that did this board actually has on his website the actual board and the actual art from this actual graphic that he made. And he says if you can figure out what these little letters inside here translates to, he will send you for free the print. And I think one of these boards, I can't remember for sure or not, but yeah, man, I hit Love and Skate up about this and they were stoked that I bought it. So stoked, in fact, that they sent me some dope little extras and freebies, one of which I'm super stoked on. This is just like a random piece of like scrap wood they must have had in their screening area, and it's just like a test screen of the board. So I'm super stoked on this. I love little extras. I actually told them, I was like, yo, I'm a collector, so yeah, whatever. Because they offered me, they were like, hey, you want some British skate mags? And I was like, oh, fuck yeah, dude. I collect skate mags. I collect everything skateboarding. Whatever you send me, I will be stoked on. And not only did they send me the board, and they sent me that little test screen. Trying to make sure I got everything out here. Got my little receipt there. And they kind of personalized it with a a little letter here. It says, "Hey Rodney, thanks for the support. I hope you like the extras. Stay rad, Stu." And so they sent me a ton of stuff, man. They sent me a whole gang of damn stickers. They sent me some Love and Skate postcards. Let me get that in there. Little Love and Skate postcards. They sent me like 2 or 3 or 4 of those actually. And then they sent me a little test screen that was tucked away in one of the magazines of Alex Halford's original first pro model. They sent me a screen of that. And then they sent me some cool little stickers, some cool little British skate mags, and it looks like just some random stickers they had laying around, you know. So I mean, I really appreciated that, man. Like, they were stoked that I bought their product from fucking across the ocean, you know. And this was before that Tea and Biscuits video came out with Alex Halford and can't think of his name right now, where they did the whole mini ramp skating and kind of got a little bit hyped up over that. So, you know, I just really like that graphic, so I picked it up, and yeah, they hooked it up fat with the extras. So this is one, man. That's why, part of the reason I love collecting, part of the reason I love supporting smaller companies like that is because, you know, they really appreciate you buying their product. They really appreciate where you're putting their money into their products. So that's one of my favorite ones in the collection for sure. Moving on, so this is the Cater Scylla neck face sorcery survival graphic. I really like this one. Cater is super sick. So Cater's first pro model was actually kind of the same thing, but it just had like a close-up of like the hand doing a board slide down a rail, and then they moved it onto this. And Neckface said the inspiration for this graphic came from when he was on a trip with Cater and the Baker guys, and they were in the hotel room, and Cater was like, "Hey man, you want to see something awesome?" And he whips out some fingerboards and starts killing it. So that's where the inspiration for this graphic came from. I thought that was super sick. I always like hearing about that. Neckface is killer. And this is just a quasi board, Tyler Bledsoe. I can't remember what this graphic is actually called. I just thought it was kind of sick. Quasi's got some really crazy graphics. This one, ooh buddy, stoked on this one. Andrew Reynolds, Reaper 2, Birdhouse. Well, it was a Birdhouse graphic. This is a Baker board, obviously, but this was a remake of a Birdhouse board that he used to have back when he rode for Birdhouse way back. Stoked I grabbed that one. Stoked to add that one to the collection. And this is another FA board right here. As you can see, it's got the embossing of the fucking awesome right there. And then this graphic is, oh yeah, you can see it better there. This is called the ambulance graphic. Obviously, somebody under a tarp outside of a drugstore. And then they've got kind of that crazy little drug cornucopia right there. I just really like this board because if you know me, you know I'm a recovering addict alcoholic, and this board just is kind of I don't know, it kind of spoke to me grabbing this board because it has obviously the person laying on the ground that has been in a motorcycle wreck, it looks like, and then a liquor store right behind it, and then it's got the drawing of all these drugs and alcohol and stuff. So I don't promote any of that. I just really like the board because it kind of, I don't know, just personally I liked it. And then last but not least, for these boards anyways, we have the Creature Colossus cold press board. This one I just picked up. I was actually picking this one up to skate, and then for whatever reason I never skated it, and it just kind of stayed in my collection. But it is super sick. It's got some super crazy background print and whatnot. So yeah, man, super stoked on that. So that's really it for these boards, this video for right now. Yeah, if y'all got any questions regarding any of the collection, y'all want to pick up some of these stickers or whatever, y'all got any questions about the poly bags or storage, just give me a shout over on Instagram or drop a comment down below. And as always, man, I appreciate each and every single one of y'all. If you're not already, follow me on Instagram at Skate and Preserve. Hit the subscribe button so that you can see the newest videos when they come out. And yeah, we'll see you next video.